More inside info on that situation. We're joined by Steve Walz, the international media spokesperson for Sheba Medical Center. Steve, thanks for being with us again. Now we get that horrifying death toll making the headlines this hour from the last day now. Are these numbers, the ones worrying everyone, representative of the situation at your hospital?
Yes, absolutely. I speak to the doctors here every day who are on the front lines, and they're just as frustrated now as they were during the first wave. People are dying, and it's not necessarily any big change in the way you're treated. We believe that some people are actually, A, waiting too long to come to the hospital, and B, are afraid to actually take the test. That's catastrophic. And by the time some of them do get to the hospital, it's a little bit too late, because the deeper it gets into your lungs, the more difficult it is to save you.
And on top of that, Steve, there is this upside, the vaccine program that's been still ongoing. There's a sense that it's slowed a bit this week here. Do you have any info on the supplies or where that vaccine campaign is headed?
We're vaccinating here in the hospital regular. We have reached over 90,000 vaccinations of a combination of staff, Holocaust survivors, average citizens. That's quite high for a hospital, and we continue to do so. We're doing everything we can to try and vaccinate people as quickly as possible. Look, I've been on your show a few times, and I've kind of warned people that just because they get vaccinated once or even twice, we are not out of the woods here. Look, there are a lot of things that need to be done, and basically people need to still follow the rules because we have a problem with the mutations.
Now, we're left to wonder at this point, and some horror too, if not for this, what's being considered a semi-ineffective lockdown, if not for this lockdown, how high the numbers would be, considering we're already in such a dire situation. Is there a sentiment in the hospital as well that lockdown at least is having some effect, or what are you seeing there?
No, I can tell you that we know that we have a problem here. We know how hard the staff is working. The hospital is operating somehow at a normal capacity to treat regular patients. But we have today 115 corona patients, 75 of whom are in serious condition, and some of them are even more serious condition and critical condition. We do not see any real change now. And we hope that in the next week or two, with the continuing of the vaccinations, that there will be some change. But remember, even if you vaccinate 4 million people, 5 million remain. And if everybody's going to take the rules lightly, that even after you vaccinate once and you wait another 3 weeks for the second vaccination, you can become exposed to the COVID virus. So, right now it's a roller coaster, and nobody, not even the prime minister, knows how this is all going to play out in the next 4 to 5 weeks.
And what are we seeing in terms of the patients? I mean, now that a huge percentage of the 60 and older crowd in the country is vaccinated already, two doses, they're saying there's a high percentage effective rate here of this vaccine. But are the people in critical condition getting younger, or what's the situation with that group in your hospital?
They are across the board. I mean, what we're finding is, yes, the vaccinations have had a positive impact on those 60 and over. We have seen a drop-off in the number of people who are over the age of 65 who have COVID. That was what was the problem in the first wave. But remember, you have a wide-ranging population. We have 4 or 5 kids who are in our corona unit. We have teenagers. Again, people can sit at home, and I know everybody's locked down, and I know everybody is frustrated, but if you run around outside and expose yourself, you bring it into the house, it makes no difference if you're Haredi, an Israeli Arab, a Palestinian person in Tel Aviv. It will come back to haunt you, and we have to understand, and I know it's difficult even for us here in the hospital, even those of us who've been vaccinated twice. We need to follow the rules until we find a way out of this. There will be a way out of this. For how long? Nobody knows.
Steve Walz from Sheba Medical Center, thanks for your time.